All right, so it's been a couple days since I was able to get some video for you. Here you can see what I did for my generator rack. I had an old tailgate, kind of like a four-wheeler tailgate off a small 5x8 trailer that we also converted into a concession trailer, so I don't use the gate. So what we did is mounted this right into the frame, and that baby is solid. Can't get it to move. Being that I cut it, there were some sharp edges. I did cut out. You can see I cut out the front piece of 1x2, mounted that across the fronts underneath here. Then we just screwed on some drip edge. Cut that one piece, made the cuts nice all the way through. And that was a piece of brown drip edge. We'll paint that up as white or as black, and that'll be set to go. So we also got our generator plug put in here. It's the L1430, so the plug straight from the generator will go right into the inlet here. Rather than getting an outlet and then needing some adapters, stuff like that, we can plug directly into the inlet. So that's all set to go. Our water inlet as well is in. I have some stuff to do inside here. It's out of sight, out of mind, but not to me. These screws just aren't the right screws for this. It's keeping it from closing snug. So I mean, it does lock. It wouldn't be an issue. This ugly stuff here is the putty. So that is sealed. Now I'm going to put a nice bead of caulk over that all the way around. That was butyl tape. That when I screwed on, it came out from the edges. Butyl tape does a nicer job sealing everything up. You can see I have the wires under here laying on the ground. We just started wiring up the trailer all together. Top wire up here. Now you can see some pigtails and all hanging out. Until I test it, I'm not going to worry about tucking everything in. So that is done. Again, this will be the front view for the cupcake area and cookies. And then over here will be our food and hot sticky buns. Coming back in here. Now if you remember earlier videos, I was wondering about the strength of these sidewalls. Okay, this cabinet here, a few hundred pounds, fits tight. This is going to get mounted straight to it, and then that will be secured. I'm going to get a shower grip, so stainless steel shower grip. We're going to mount that onto here for getting in and out of the trick, coming up the steps, give you something to hold on to coming up as well. This side here is nice and solid, does not shake. Again, we are going to go with propane tanks right here. Always some revisions. This cabinet will get slid all the way down. We do have another smaller cabinet that'll fit in between. Or not cabinet, but tabletop. So give us a working surface out there cooking. This countertop was attached to the cabinet back here. Okay, so that came off. Was able to use the same mount, same brackets, everything to get it right on here. Works out perfectly. Handing things in from this window, throw them right onto this tray, and we'll get them served out the window once they're prepared. All right. So what we have here is we will have a waste can in this area. This dipping cabinet's going to go back in here. Open up this. Water heater is laying here. All the plumbing is run with the exception of through the water heater. So we have our clean water in here. It's going to have the pump and the marine battery. In here we have all the other plumbing tanks, the waste tank. So that's at finishing, at the point to be finished. So we'll wrap that up here tomorrow. These sinks are ready to go. All they need is caulked up and dropped down, pushed in. They are all hooked up plumbing wise. So I'm going to pull this molding off here, so this other cabinet can go all the way back against the wall. This gap here, again, will serve for standing and washing dishes without an issue. Might have some sort of thing that will flip over in the like while we're not washing dishes, so we have an extended countertop surface. The plumbing pipes running from the clean water through here, we're going to box that in with a removable box so that when I do need to get in this door, it can open. So, and again, that's down far enough it does not affect us when we're standing in here to wash dishes. So we're going to use the same material that we used for the molding here and outside, and that is the PVC molding. Got our electrical panel all set up, ready to go on the inside and the outside. Our lights are hooked up on the ceiling, as well as outside we have the Bluetooth speaker light. So we can play some music for the people out here as customers. We're going to mount this equipment in tomorrow, get everything tied down well, and from that point we're going to start bringing in, well, we're going to clean it very well, and then we're going to start bringing in the small shelves, coffee pots, coffee makers, stuff like that. Get all that stuff anchored down, the shelving that's going to go in these two areas, get that put in as well. But we are going to empty it out from all the tools with the exception of what might be used to anchor stuff down. And then we are about ready to roll. So the only thing I have to get in is I have to run a gas line in through here in the back, which won't be an issue, going straight out. And that's going to go to our propane tank. Now the other option is drive it straight down and out around from underneath. And it's possible I might do it that way. All right, out here, you see these lights here. This sat outside for a long time. So this here is all rusted metal. But that's just inside, that's an old light inside a stainless frame. So down here you can see I already removed the light from underneath it, and we're going to put some other low voltage lights in there, or LED lights in that area. So we'll be able to light up what we have on display here. In due time, I may, for the summer of next year, I may hook up the plumbing in here and actually use it as a cold well for sodas, stuff like that, grab and go stuff at different events, as well as like a salad type setup time to time. But for the most part, we're just going to have drop-ins with our cookies, cupcakes, icings, and all our decorating toppings. So the star burner is going to need to get lifted off of here, sat down, so we can pull the wheels off of this tomorrow. And then that will be lower than where it's at right now. It's fine for me. I'm 6'1", but depending on who I have in here, I don't want to stand on their tiptoes to flip a burger. All right, now we're going to paint this up so it's not as noticeable, but you can see I did put these brackets on, just keeping it from lifting up. Again, we didn't want it to be able to come up far enough to come out of the post, because it does only stick down about 1.5 inches or so. See our corners. Again, that galvanized metal will get painted up and will just be a simple gray. Back in this corner here, this my 8-year-old son gets on me about all the time. Dad, did you put the 2x4 piece in yet? So I am going to let him put the finishing touch on this trailer, and that will be it next week, I guess. And we'll videotape that and make a big to-do for him. He's loving this. He can't wait to work on the food truck, as he says. So, again, thank everybody for checking us out. Continue to like what we do, ask questions, subscribe, and we will continue to make sure we answer those questions. And if there's something you needed to know in depth how we did it, please feel free to ask. We will tell you. Nothing is a secret. I did this so that entrepreneurs can build a trailer on a budget that will not break the bank. Okay, hope to see you soon.